What if you never had to die? What if aging was just a mistake your cells keep repeating? Imagine living 500 years, or 5,000. No gray hairs. No memory loss. Just decades of knowledge, experience, and energy. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if I told you some scientists believe immortality might be possible? Welcome to the deep, strange, and absolutely real world of the science of immortality. Before we dive in, comment below. Would you want to live forever? And don't forget to subscribe if you love exploring the edges of science, reality, and the future. Let's start with the big question. Why do we even age in the first place? Your body is made of cells, trillions of them. Every day, they grow, divide, die, and get replaced. But with each division, your cells accumulate tiny errors. Here's what happens. Your DNA shortens, specifically the telomeres at the ends. Your mitochondria, the power plants of cells, become less efficient. Damaged proteins build up. Cells stop dividing and enter senescence. All of this leads to aging, wrinkles, weaker organs, slower brains. But here's the twist. Aging isn't inevitable. It's more like a biological program we might be able to hack. From ancient myths to modern science, humans have always dreamed of beating death. The ancient Chinese had the elixir of life. Alchemists sought the philosopher's stone. Now, Silicon Valley billionaires are funding biotech labs instead. Some of today's most fascinating immortality efforts include 1. Telomere extension, using enzymes like telomerase to rewind aging cells. 2. Senolytics, drugs that remove zombie-like senescent cells from the body. 3. Gene editing, CRISPR, to repair genetic damage or switch off aging genes. 4. Caloric restriction mimics, compounds that mimic the life-extending effects of fasting. 5. Reprogramming cells, like Yamanaka factors that can reset cells to a youthful state. It's no longer about maybe. It's about when and how far we'll go. Some animals already do it. Take the Hydra, a tiny freshwater creature that doesn't age at all. Or the immortal jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, that can revert back to a younger state again and again. Even in mammals, researchers are extending mouse lifespans by 30 to 50%. In 2020, scientists partially reversed signs of aging in human cells in a lab. In 2023, studies showed possible organ regeneration in older animals. Companies like Altos Labs, Calico, and Life Biosciences are throwing billions at this problem. One expert even said, the first person to live to 1,000 may already be alive. Shocking? Maybe. But is it possible? Let's dig deeper. Okay, what if you could back yourself up like a phone? Some futurists, like Ray Kurzweil, believe our path to immortality lies in merging with machines. Brain-computer interfaces like Neuralink. Whole brain emulation. Mind uploading. In theory, if we can scan your brain, every neuron, every connection, and recreate it digitally, you could live on as a digital consciousness. Not your body, but your mind. Sound wild? Tech like AI, brain mapping, and quantum computing might make it possible within this century. But would that still be you? You die today. Your body is frozen in liquid nitrogen. 100 years later, you're revived with all your memories. That's the idea behind cryonics. It's not proven, not guaranteed, but people are already doing it. Thousands have signed up, some already preserved. Organizations like Alcor and Cryonics Institute are leading the way. It's a gamble, but for some, it's a bet worth making. Here's the emotional twist. Living forever might sound amazing, but what about watching your loved ones die? Endless boredom? Outliving your purpose? Even if science makes it possible, should we do it? Can the human mind even handle immortality? Or are we built for life because it ends? Philosophers like Heidegger argue, death gives life meaning. And maybe they're right. What happens when only the rich can afford immortality? What if dictators never die? Would birth rates drop? Would Earth run out of space? Would we become more cautious or more reckless if we had infinite time? And who decides who gets to live forever? We're talking about ethics, politics, power, not just science. Immortality isn't just a tech question. It's a civilization question. Most world religions deal deeply with death, the soul, and the afterlife. If we never die, do we need heaven? Do we break the soul's cycle? Some faiths say immortality is against nature or even blasphemy. Others see extending life as a form of stewardship. In some stories, humans who seek immortality are punished, cursed to wander alone, without end. Are we tampering with the divine? Or just fulfilling our ultimate potential? So where are we now? As of 2025, clinical trials on senolytics are ongoing. Genetic reprogramming has succeeded in mice. Caloric mimicking drugs are in human testing. AI brain modeling is accelerating rapidly. Longevity-focused startups are booming. Drop your ANS and the pace is speeding up. Fast. Many scientists believe the next 10 to 30 years will define how long we live and if aging will become optional. Let's get personal. Would you want to live forever? Would you keep learning forever? Travel the universe? Watch Earth evolve? Or would it lose meaning? Would you eventually wish for the end? It's not just a science question. It's a human one. Drop your answer in the comments. I really want to know. Immortality isn't a fantasy anymore. It's science. It's engineering. It's happening. Whether through biology, technology, or both, we're moving closer to a world where death might be optional. But that world comes with questions, challenges, and responsibility. So now, it's your turn. Would you live forever if you could? Or do you believe life only matters because it ends? Leave a comment. Hit that like. Subscribe for more deep science you won't find anywhere else. This is Dodo Scientistry, and this was the science of immortality. See you in the future.